cold winter afternoon as my kids and I walked along the narrow road, the air crisp and biting, the ground covered with a soft blanket of frost. The sky was heavy and overcast, a dull gray that seemed to stretch endlessly above us. We pulled our coats tighter around us, the chill biting at our cheeks, but our breath still visible in the frigid air. As we walked, I noticed my children's attention was drawn to something on the ground. They stopped abruptly, their faces lighting up with curiosity. A small group of birds were pecking at food scattered near the side of the road. Their feathers puffed up against the cold, hopping from one spot to another in search of crumbs. "Look, Papa." "Birds," my eldest said, her voice breaking through the silence of the quiet day. I smiled, appreciating how much they loved nature, even on a cold, gray day like this. But before I could say anything more, I noticed a dog wandering nearby. Its eyes seemed focused on the birds, and my kids, sensing its presence, grew instantly nervous. "What if the dog chases them?" my youngest asked, her voice small and filled with worry. "What if it catches one?" I crouched down, trying to reassure them. "Don't worry," I said softly, "the birds can fly away quickly. Dogs can't catch them." But my words didn't seem to ease their anxiety. Their eyes remained wide with concern. It was as though the thought of something bad happening to the little creatures was too much for them to bear. "What if a motorcycle comes?" my eldest asked, her voice trembling with uncertainty. "What if it runs over the birds?" My heart sank a little, the weight of her concern hitting me harder than I expected. I gently took both of their hands in mine. "Don't worry," I said, my voice steady, "the birds are smart. They fly away when they need to. They won't get hurt." But even as I said those words, I could see their worry hadn't gone away. Their little faces were filled with a kind of innocence, the kind that believes it can fix anything if it tries hard enough. "We want to save the birds, Papa." My youngest's words came out with a sense of urgency. "Please, let us help them fly away." I could see the fire in their eyes, a mixture of determination and care that no parent can resist. I tried to stop them, to explain that the birds didn't need saving, that they were safe. But they were already running, their little legs carrying them toward the birds with an energy I couldn't stop. "We'll help them. We'll make sure no motorcycle hurts them," they shouted, their voices echoing through the empty road. I watched them as they ran, their tiny figures small against the cold, gray backdrop of winter. The birds, oblivious to their concern, fluttered up into the sky, their wings spreading wide as they took flight into the overcast afternoon. By the time my kids reached the spot where the birds had been, they were already gone, soaring away into the dull sky. But my children didn't seem to mind. Their faces were filled with the kind of pure happiness that only comes from knowing you've done something good, something right, even if it wasn't needed. I stood there, watching them as they turned back to me, their faces flushed from the cold but bright with pride. "Papa," my eldest said, breathless but grinning, "we helped them fly." I knelt down, pulling them close. "You did," I said softly, brushing their hair from their foreheads. "You have big hearts, and I'm proud of you."